So in this video, I'm going to talk about the chosen ones. How do you know that you are a chosen one? I've got a very long list. I don't know how long this video is going to be. If it gets too long, I may have to split it in two parts. Now, people have been asking, how do you know that you're a chosen one? Okay. And here we are going to go a little bit deeper into the spiritual insights. On this channel, I give you a lot of spiritual insights to understand the things that you was never told before. Not everybody is a chosen one, and there's no problem with that. Okay, it doesn't mean that because a person is a chosen one, they are superior than other people. They will be superior on a really spiritual level, but on this physical plane, they will be just normal people like everybody else, going about their day, eating, sleeping, going to work, and stuff like that. But a chosen one is an individual who is here for the greater purpose. So basically, you have got some form of assignment. While you're still here, you are on some sort of an assignment. And because your assignment is spiritual in nature, you are going to be sought after by the enemy. So these things you hear about, gang stalking, setups, and stuff like that, people attacking you, they are not coincident. It's not a coincidence. So they are not coincidental. There is things that are happening to you. It is simply because you are a chosen one, you are anointed, and the enemy has always been on your back. A lot of you guys was just not aware of this, but the enemy has been on your case from that moment you popped out of your mother's womb. And the intention of this whole attacks has been to make you forget. So you could forget who you are, because if you do remember who you are, then it is going to be a very big problem, because the devil does not operate when you are around certain people. The devil doesn't operate easily with your energy in place. So basically, there is things that have been happening, okay, along your journey. And the intention of these whole things, events, and circumstances have been to make you forget. Because if you could remember, that would be very difficult for the devil to operate. A chosen one, like I've said, you are here on a specific mission, okay? You will find out at some point on your journey what your mission is. We have different purpose, okay? Your mission will come to you, but normally it will be somewhere along your journey when you do go through a spiritual awakening. Before that, it will not be possible for you to discover what your purpose is. You will be able to understand what you're here for and what it is you came here to do when you have gone through that kind of an awakening. So, number one sign that you're a chosen one, something has triggered you to wake up. Like I've told you, the devil has been on your case day after day, trauma after trauma, abuse, and so on and so forth. But during those experiences, something has triggered you to wake up. So there have been things that have been happening around you didn't know. But for some mysterious reason, one of those events has triggered you to wake up. I was personally triggered when I went through narcissistic abuse. And at the end of this whole situationship, something triggered me to wake up. Now, when you do wake up, you remember who you are. Yes, you understand what you look like. You see yourself regularly in the mirror. You know what you look like. You know your weight. You know your body size and everything. But on a spiritual level, you have already forgotten who you are. Now, you will remember who you are. Not only will you remember who you are, you will also realize that your glory has been stolen from you. There is something that has been taken from you. This thing most likely happened when you was a kid. There is something that probably your parents could have done. Maybe your auntie could have done. Maybe your uncle could have done. There was somebody around you that did something. Maybe they placed their hand on your head, or maybe they made your bath, intoxicated bath, or maybe they gave you something to eat, or probably they gave you something to drink. There are something somebody has done, and they stole your glory. When you remember who you are, it will also be very clear to you that there is something that has been taken from you many years ago. You understand now that you are this spiritual being in a physical form, having this human experience. You understand that there is more somewhere, something that is unseen, more to you than your physical body. You are on a quest to find out who you are on a spiritual level. You are doing whatever it takes. You're going to go into down the rabbit hole. You will read all the books you need. You will listen to all the coaches you need. You will go on some, what do they call the spiritual retreats and stuff like that. You want to know who you are. Because for you to know who you are is also going to help you to understand what you need to do and where it is you need to go. So the very first thing what will happen is you're going to remember who you are. You're going to remember that you are something more than you have been told ever since you was a kid. You are more than something more than your name, just your name, your physical appearance, your home, your cars. It doesn't matter anymore. You know that there is something else. If you haven't yet remembered, you are on the way to remember who you are. So a chosen one is a person that remembers who you are. Okay. Like I've told you, this is going to be a little bit more elaborated video. It may take a while. Maybe I may have to split this video in parts. Sign number 2, how to know that you're a chosen one, is when your parents have attempted to abort you. So maybe you have grown up and you hear some of your aunties, they're talking about your mother tried to abort you when you was a kid. It might have looked like just a mere coincidence. Maybe they were struggling with money, they wasn't in good financial status, maybe they was homeless. There was something around that could have caused these people, your parents, to make an attempt to abort you. They could even have gone ahead to the abortion clinics and they have tried to exterminate that pregnancy and it didn't work. So as a chosen one, your spirit is very powerful. And the enemy, like I've said, has always been on your case. The enemy knew he was about to be born. So there was things that the enemy was doing behind the scenes spiritually to get you out of the way. But for some mysterious reason, you are here. So if you're a person who is hearing those kind of stories in the corridors, you're running into people who tell you things like your parents wanted to abort you when you was a kid and then things failed or something happened. There was something concerned, something related to that pregnancy, in that sense that your parents didn't want to have you. Sometimes you might hear your parents saying things like, your parents are telling you things like, they shouldn't have given birth to you. Bringing you into this world was a mistake. So there are some things they are telling you and they are very painful things. That is actually what is really happening. They didn't want you here. The enemy works through people. And your parents are not, what is that word called? Your parents are not an exception. The word is exception. Your parents have not been an exception. The enemy has also been working through your parents to make it impossible for you to exist on this realm. Sign number 3 that you most likely are a chosen person is you're looking around and you are figuring out that you are the black sheep of your family. You feel like you're an outcast. You feel like you don't belong in this family. So you feel like there is things that people are doing inside of the family system, family unit, and you're not happy with these things. You don't want to participate. There may be very religious people. You're the only one that is not into religion. There could be, for example, you was born in a family of witches. They practice witchcraft and the stuff like that. And sometimes when I'm talking about witchcraft, I may be talking about the dark witchcraft, because there are some people who are into dark practices, sacrifices and stuff like that, occultism and things like that. You have been born in that family, but you do feel that you are different. You are not like those people, okay? And sometimes because of that indifference, you feel that you're different. It also turns people against you. So basically, you might have family members who all of a sudden, they're going to see you in a certain image. They are going to feel a certain way about you. They could start things like attacking you. They may not be happy when you show up and stuff like that. They feel like you're not like them. Okay, so you are the unwanted guest. I did a whole video on this a couple of probably years ago. So you are the black sheep, and eventually you're going to be the one who is going to be most likely scapegoated as well in that entire family. Other family members are watching TV. Somebody's pushing you to go and wash the dishes. There has been a wedding, a birthday, or something like that. You never got a present from anyone. Other people opening presents. Your present wasn't among them. And of course, they are putting all this weight onto you. You know, everybody thinks that you are the problem because you don't follow the family norms and traditions. So everybody thinks you're the problem. And whenever there's something going wrong in the family, everybody points their hands towards you. But you have nothing to do with that. You know that you didn't do anything wrong, but for some reason, you're getting or receiving this very unusual hatred from the people that you've been born with, your family members. Okay? Sign number 4, that you're most likely a chosen one. Somewhere along the journey, you have run into wealthy people. They are successful people. They have everything. They have homes, they have cars, they have loads of money in their bank account, they have companies, they are businessmen and stuff like that. And you're just a regular, simple guy, you know. You may not even have your own house. Maybe you're just living somewhere in a shared house. Maybe you're renting some room somewhere. You have just your small little belongings, and, you know, you probably wear the same dress every day for the whole week. Or maybe you're using the same jeans for the whole week. You have these wealthy people that have got very unusual hatred towards you. And in your mind, you're thinking that, so these people have everything that everybody wants. But why are they treating you a certain way? Why you don't understand this? It's not making any sense to you. So basically, it has nothing to do with you. These people feel you are very rich spiritually. Your anointing will speak for itself. So when people encounter a person like you, it is going to remind them of something that they're missing or something that they're lacking. It's not everybody with billions in the bank that are anointed people. So it's not everybody that you see, they have it all and stuff like that. Yes, they may be able to buy all these Bentleys and all these whatever Rolls Royces and stuff like that, but there is something that is lacking inside of them. So, and whenever you show up, maybe even sometimes they hear you speak or stuff like that, they are going to be triggered with something inside of you that is going to remind them of something that they are lacking spiritually, because there could be something very hollow inside of their souls and they cannot fill that space with their money. So if you receive that unexplainable hatred and jealousy from some people, then eventually you just have to know you are a chosen one. So these people, they feel your anointing. and it makes them feel some kind of a way. So most of these things are not personal. I've told you guys most of the times when you see these things happening around, don't really take it personal. You need to understand the spiritual activity that is happening behind the scenes and the things that you are not able to see. The only thing you can recognize is the physical activity, but there is something spiritually going on behind the scenes that is really happening, and it has nothing to do with you or these people that is throwing this hatred towards you. So if you're the person like that, basically, you are a chosen one. Sign number 5. I've got my little list here. So sign number 5 that you a chosen person is so you're going out there, you're having your regular walks and stuff like that, and you see this presence of animals around you. There's these birds, some pigeons, some different types of ladybirds, insects, and stuff. All of them are vibrating around you. Now, most of the times, you could have thought there was a problem with you. You was out there doing your own thing, and eventually, you look around and you start seeing pigeons landing around you. Sometimes birds are popping on you. Sometimes you see dogs. Maybe you're out there, you see some people walking with a dog, and this dog turns around and sometimes running towards you and stuff like that. And you could have thought there was a problem. These animals are high vibrational beings, if you didn't know that already. There is also low vibrational animals because it's all energy, depending on who the owner is. But sometimes you are in nature. It is animals that don't belong to anyone. They are vibrating around you. Sometimes you open your window and you see this wildlife. Some bears running in your compound. You see squirrels popping on your windows. You see these seagulls landing on your windows and stuff like that. There's animals that want to be around you because they can feel that energy. Maybe you went for a swim and you saw all of a sudden these fish are all of a sudden vibrating around you. Okay? It is not by coincidence, and they're not hurting you. They're not there to hurt you. They just want to be around your energy because it's a very pure energy. Okay? So if animals, these insects, birds, and stuff, they are all vibrating around you, then that is also one of the signs that you are a chosen one. Sign number 6, I suppose, that you are a chosen one is when people do you wrong. There's actually a full video on this. I might have to stitch it at the end. When people do you wrong, they are going to pay a very heavy price. Chosen people are the most spiritually protected people. And many people don't know that because many people only are, overtaken by their ego. So they only see you as somebody who is trying to be proud, or why is this person different, or stuff like that. And sometimes it can cause or it can trigger some people to treat you a certain way, only for them to realize they have just simply messed with the wrong person. People are going to lose their lives. People are going to lose their pets. People are going to lose their businesses. People are going to lose their jobs just because they have done something wrong to you. They have messed up with you. Okay? So if you look back in your life and you see a lot of things, very uncomfortable things or bad things have happened to some people. Maybe somebody hurt your children, or maybe somebody did something to your home, or somebody dismissed you from work and stuff like that. There is things that are going to happen to the people that wrong you in ways that they shouldn't. They know that they shouldn't. There is things, and those people are going to pay a very heavy price for just messing around with you. Sign number 7 that you are most likely a chosen one is when you have usually been attracting a lot of narcissistic people, toxic people, those kind of people, evil people. Sometimes, you've been dating women or men, they're into witchcraft. You've been dating narcissists, you've been dating psychopaths, sociopaths, and stuff like that. So basically, you are the one with the light. You are the light. So these people gravitate towards you like moths because they want to feed off of that light. they're in the darkness, so they do gravitate towards the light. And it is not coincidence. It's not a coincidence that most of the times when you have been prepared or decided, chosen to date, or even sometimes it maybe could be friendships, all of a sudden you don't know where these toxic people came from, and they have been buzzing around you in patterns. So there's been cycles and cycles of narcissists and whatever, those kind of individuals around you. So I've done a video of how to end that cycle. Okay, that cycle of dating narcissists and stuff like that. I've actually done a whole video on this, how to break out of that cycle. It has also been part of my cycle for quite a good number of years. So you have been, that has been your dating life, relationships, and of course dating. It has been your life. Narcissists and whatever, they all came around to steal your energy, to feed off of your energy. Which one now? Sign number 8, that you are a chosen one, is when you do remember your parents have told you things like you was born prematurely. Okay? So at the time of your birth, probably you was underweight. Maybe you could have been born at 6 months or 7 months, or maybe 5.5. Something happened and you was born prematurely. So basically, you was allowed to develop, put in incubators. I don't know if that's the name, to continue your growth and development in machines. Or maybe sometimes you have figured out that you was born and there is something, what is that word called? There's a birth defect. Maybe you have got both male and female organs. Maybe you have a missing ear or something with your eyes or something on your head, something like that. There's some kind of anomaly. You was born with this anomaly. Basically, it's like you're growing up and probably, I want you to pay attention to something about you that everybody else is laughing about. Oh, why is your hand too big? Why do you have big feet? Why do you have these big eyes? Why do you have small eyes? Why do you have one hand longer than the other one? Why do you have a white patch in your head? Why do you have... So basically there is something that looks like a birth defect. You're an African guy, born in a very, very deep village somewhere, and you look around, the time you started, for as long as you could remember, you noticed you had probably blue eyes. So there is something that is a little bit extraordinary than the other people that you encounter. So basically, it's been a premature birth, or you could have been born with a birth defect. In some cases, you might find some kids that have got some other problems such as autism. You could have been diagnosed with autism. You have kids that have been diagnosed with autism and stuff like that. Now, these videos, I want you to do your research, okay? These are spiritual videos. A lot of you guys are used to these things that you read in the books and stuff. So you can always go and do your own research. You will still come back and figure it out on your own, okay? So that is also one of the signs that you're a chosen one. Number 9. Sign that you are a chosen one is when you feel that you don't belong here. You feel that you don't belong. Sometimes you catch yourself gazing in the skies at the stars. You're feeling that there is something out there beyond, something you cannot really figure it out. You feel like you've been here by mistake, and sometimes you're having that sense of wanting to go home, and you don't know where home is. At least you haven't yet figured it out. You know that there is something out there. You are not from here. You cannot remember exactly where you came from, but you know that you did come from somewhere. So most likely, as you continue to evolve, you may also figure out that you were some kind of a star seed, somebody who was coming from different galaxies. That is where your soul originated from, in different other galaxies, okay? So you know that you belong somewhere else. And sometimes you're here and you feel like you don't want to be here. It feels like very difficult to be here. This third dimensional frequency is a very low frequency to be, and you're struggling to fit into this dimension. Okay, so that's how you know that you're a chosen one. So it all comes back to your soul's mission. There is things you've got, some kind of an assignment that you need to fulfill while you're still here, and that's why you feel like you don't belong. Okay, you have done some soul contracts and you wanted to come here for particular reasons and for particular missions. You don't yet know what it is, but you know that there is something you came here to do, but still you are here and you're struggling to fit in. You don't belong. Okay? So that is also one of the most powerful signs that you were chosen one. Another one that you're chosen one, you might be a person that is interested in mystery, esoteric wisdom, knowledge. So you're reading a lot of these books about hidden knowledge and stuff like that. You are pretty much gravitating towards that kind of knowledge and information. And you don't know what is inspiring you to do so. Even at a young age, you could have been sitting in class and you have other students talking about, what is that? The history, Napoleons, and the geographies and stuff like that. You are not really pretty much bothered with that. You are searching for this deep wisdom. So basically, if you're a person who is interested in that kind of wisdom and knowledge, it is for a reason. Okay? It may also have something to do with your soul's mission and purpose, even if you haven't yet figured it out, and you're hoping that maybe when you read a lot of this kind of information, you might kind of figure things out on a deeper level, even on a spiritual level. So if you're a person like that who is interested in that kind of wisdom, esoteric knowledge and stuff, then eventually you are a chosen one. Another one, which is very powerful, let me even go very slowly with this one. So you're out there doing your business, you're going about your day, and you sometimes run into people. And in a few minutes, 1, 2, 3 minutes, you're going to start to see these people starting to argue amongst themselves, or they may start to fight amongst each other. Or you might be in your house sleeping and you hear there's a fight going on upstairs, or there is arguments going on with the couple. There's thing that is happening. Now, this one is a little bit confusing, because you may think that you may think that you may not understand your energy. Whenever your energy shows up in a place, you are going to start recognizing demonic activity, and it's going to manifest sometimes in people fighting against each other. Spiritually, what is really happening, your spiritual team, your divine team is at war with these demons. And you're going to be seeing this in this 3D, as it can be people or it can be animals fighting against each other, or sometimes you might open your phone and you see a fight between two animals, or some cats fighting each other, birds fighting each other. It can be any animal, or it can be actually real people that you might be walking around and you see that activity of people that are going to be fighting against each other. Now, what is really happening spiritually? Your divine team is at war in the spiritual realm, because your spirit and these demons, those two things are fighting against each other. And because your presence in that place is also not welcome, it is going to manifest. Not necessarily are they going to, sometimes they might even try to attack you for no apparent reason, but sometimes it's going to manifest as two people or animals actually fighting against each other. And the universe will make sure that you do see this. You may not understand where it's coming from, but it's because of your energy. Your energy is very powerful. Okay? Now, the last one, about the chosen one. Now, there are many signs about chosen ones. I just wanted to do this video. Even if it's a long one, take your time and pick out the signs which one resonates with you, and let us know in the comment section below. Another one is you are a chosen one if you recognize unexplainable hatred. So you have this thing that happens. People don't know your name. They don't know where you're from. They don't know anything about you, but they're just simply going to hate you. So your anointing will not be welcome by a lot of people with these demonic entities. So your anointing will make a lot of people around you very uncomfortable. So there will be this, you may sometimes think a person is a good one, a good person, a good friend, or whatever, only for them to flip 180 degrees, and they're going to do something you cannot even explain in words. They're going to start hating on you. You may see, wake up one morning, you want to go to work, and you may see some things have been thrown on your car, eggs or stuff. Some stuff has been thrown in your windows. Sometimes there is some unusual hatred that is happening around you, and you know that you're a good person. You haven't hurt anyone. You haven't taken any money from them. You haven't even sometimes spoke to these people. Even some of them are strangers. But there is something that is going to trigger them to throw this hatred towards you. And you will never understand where it's coming from. So it all comes back to your anointing. When you're a highly anointed individual, these are some of the things that are going to happen. So those are some of the signs that will make you understand you're a chosen one. There is something different about you. And wherever you go, this thing manifests with the energy that is always around you. So let us know which of these signs resonate with you in the section below. There's many signs I could talk about. Maybe we can even do another video, but these are the ones I wanted to speak about today. Let us know which one resonates with you in the comment section below. You guys know I do love and appreciate your support. Please book a session if you want to. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. And again, I'll still mention that I started a GoFundMe account so that I can build a full working studio. You will see a link in the section below if you want to contribute to this cause, okay? So let us know what you think, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Denzo Moss signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.